Hey, thanks for tuning in to our Master Yi versus Galio video. This is part 2 of our Master Yi guide, which will be linked down below, part 1. If you enjoy this sort of video, please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, let's see what we can get for our first power here. So explosive entrance can be quite good, but as Master Yi, we're not actually summoning that many units, so it's actually not going to benefit us too much, unfortunately. Lion weight could be pretty decent, but I'm going to try to get something a bit better here. Alright, we'll do quick draw. That can be pretty decent, especially with Master Yi's spell, his champion spell, because it starts with horn, champion horn on it, so you're always going to be drawing a champion. So that'll be essentially free most of the time. Alright, let's see here. And we get Master Yi since we drew him at the start of the game. Yeah, we won't bother. I was considering this because with that common fabricator, we possibly could get like a giant spell, which would give us enough health to block this, but we'll just take a little bit of damage here.
A calm heart.
The strength of the spirit yields a stronger blade.
Doran would be proud.
I kind of figured they were going to do that, and that is totally fine with us. We're going to be able to just clear their board and have a nice open attack. With this deck, you have so many combat tricks that as long as you have the mana, you probably always have something you can do. So you see it keeps just bringing us another zero-cost Master Yi. If we have another champion in our deck, then it will potentially draw them, but if it keeps drawing Master Yis, then these are just going to keep being free. So he just got rid of a lot of sustain since those have health potions on them.
One cut of many.
And he wasn't able to do anything other than kill his own unit. Very nice.
A clear mind, a calm heart.
I've trained my whole life for this.
So since our units are stronger, they might pass. So I'm going to play something simple here, just so we can at least get our flow going. While it is good to bait them into attacking and then buffing up your units, you do want to be sure you get your flow off each round, which you can see right here. Sometimes if you try to wait, they'll just pass and then you don't get anything.
We strike!
Shoot the metal.
Good, good.
Alright, so here I still need a good amount for my level up, so we'll get that level up right here. Alright, since we have some more mana, we'll just make him a little bit stronger.
Each strike spells a new legacy.
So now when we attack, he'll immediately kill that unit, so we can just have a nice open attack.
Alpha strike, blade and body.
Yeah, as you can see, we really don't summon too many units. So that's why explosive entrance really wouldn't have helped us too much.
My lesson is complete.
Normally all of your mana, or most of it, is just going towards spells, not actually units. So Orange Forge could work. It's a little expensive. I think I'd actually rather have the Crimson Disciple, because with us buffing them up, they'll just never die. I'll probably cut the Awakened. It's a little bit too expensive. Alright, we'll go towards the Champion item chest. So we'll hold on to Vlad here, just to increase our odds of drawing our Master Yi. Since we're over level 20 at the start of the game, we're always going to draw a champion.
That fated day is never far from my thoughts. Wuju style.
It's very nice being able to play Master Yi just on the first turn.
A clear mind.
Especially since we have Archangels on him, so we get that mana. We can't block elusives yet, so we don't really want to bother with that. We'll use this just for our flow.
A calm heart, a quiet spirit. Form before strength.
Just decide if I want to build out my board here or not.
I don't do meditation. You are a fledgling child flailing his arms.
Okay, apparently I don't have other units, so I'm going to actually build out my board a bit longer.
Stronger blade.
Doran would be proud of you.
Alright, so we have a good amount of mana for combat tricks. We'll play this here just because it's focused, so we can't play it once we attack. So we're playing that just to get this Twin Disciples that we can use. And we'll see what they block and then use our combat tricks to win the engagement. Alright, so all of our units are going to live. All of theirs are going to die. We'll push a bit more damage here with Master Yi. Alright, so we drew a Vlad, so we can't actually keep doing that. Later in the game, when we have more Master Yis, or if we already have drawn all of our Vlads, then we can do that essentially for forever, until our board fills up. The one issue is that your combat spell always draws, or always plays that other spell as well. While that's normally good for your flow, it can become an issue if you're trying to just do that infinite combo. We'll actually just pass here, see what they play. Alright, so they played that, they're out of mana, and we'll just get rid of their unit. So giving a unit extra health if they're damaged essentially can work as a heal. See, now they're full health again.
Alpha strike, blade and body.
The bonus stats won't carry over, but if they had up to that amount of health anyways, then it'll be fine. They'll be able to keep it.
My lesson is complete.
Sure, that could be fun. Perfect. Getting more cost reduction, always nice. Now if we draw him at the start of the game, we can play him for 1 mana, and if we don't draw him, then we can just play him for 2 mana.
This is gonna be so much fun!
So we'll hold on to one of these. We don't need 2. We might need the extra champion draw, and Gruesome Theater might be good for some removal. Alright, perfect. We got Master Yi.
To restore this legacy is my greatest honor.
So we'll hold off. Using their free attacks might be really nice, and we can actually buff them up a bit more, but right now they're just die.
A quiet spirit. Voodoo style.
Alright, so we're just going to bait them into blocking.
Portal me something cool!
Yeah, we'll hold off on that for now. Yeah, I figured they were going to give him Spell Shield, but it's okay. Because we can do something like this. And the great thing is when you're using this and it's Master Yi's spell, you're always putting essentially another one back in your deck, so you don't have to worry about running out, because as you're using them, you're putting them back in. Alright, that is fine. So we'll just heal her up so that she can still block in the future.
A clear mind, a quiet spirit.
Also, since we have the Grand General's counter plan, we're going to be generating a fleeting one every single round.
I'll try anyone once.
Alright, so we have both of Vlad's, so now when we use our Wuju style, it'll always be Master Yi.
Enlightenment is worth the journey.
My turn.
Another obstacle.
So one thing to note is with Wuju style, it gives you 2 power or 2 health. Whereas Twin Disciples gives you 2 power, but it gives you 3 health. So if you need to use 1 for damage and 1 for healing, try to use the Twin Disciples for the extra health because it gives you 1 more. Whereas Wuju style, the heal costs 2 and it gives you 1 less. So just try to bear that in mind. So right here we're going to use this to give her a bit more health. And then Wuju style for the extra damage.
Return soon with stories of your climb.
I'll see you again after I reach the peak.
So since we have Archangels, we can use all of our mana each round. We don't have to worry about banking up spell mana. And since our units are a lot stronger, they're scared to attack now.
A clear mind, a quiet spirit. One cut of many.
So we're just going to buff him up enough that we can kill them if they don't block. We'll probably be buffing him up sooner, but right now we're kind of at the limit of how many spells we can have.
I will reach the peak.
So if this unit survives, they'll do 1 extra damage. But also we're just trying to clear up hand space. Alright, so we still could push a little bit more damage, but we currently have enough to kill them. Perfect.
Blade and mind, honed and sharp.
Be brave.
A true master is an eternal student.
So yeah, as long as you have the extra mana, you can pretty much always win combat encounters because you just have a never-ending supply, essentially, of combat tricks. We'll try a reroll here, see if we get something a bit better. So Pickaxe would make us be able to level up a bit easier. Ancient Coin, though, if we could play him for free, we could potentially get flow off in the first turn. So just start the scaling. So we're going to try that. Stabilize actually isn't going to be great for us since Master Yi is pretty weak when we first play him. And then the extra one's not contributing to our level up or anything. So normally we don't really have to worry about mana too much. I think having 2 extra blockers starting out at the start of the game, especially since we normally don't play many units, would actually be decent. Alright, we'll go towards the item chest here. So I'm re-rolling one of these so that hopefully we draw one and can play that for 0 cost. But I'm holding on to 1 just in case we aren't able to do that. Alright, perfect.
Nothing to worry about if you have nothing to hide. Put an end magic.
So now we'll be able to get Flow off in the first round.
Good, good.
Alright, so we're going to keep using these since they're essentially free, and we want to try to get him leveled up if possible. Alright, so we drew Vlad, at least that's one of them out of our deck. But now our units are going to start getting buffed, and Master Yi will be buffing himself.
A calm heart.
So yeah, Master Yi went over this in the guide, but if you get Flow, then he buffs all Master Yis everywhere, increasing their damage. But then also because of the star powers, since we have rank 3, if we get Flow, all of our allies also get the 1-1. So, very nice.
Watch my post.
Since they don't have any units, and I don't think they have any spells that could stop us, most likely, I'm just going to try to push a bunch of damage here. Hopefully get Yi leveled up. Yep. So one of you guys commented that Crown Guard Inheritance can be pretty good on Master Yi, because like right here you can buff him up, and then when he levels up you can immediately attack again. I do agree that that would be pretty good. I think I'm probably going to use that for my third relic slot once he gets 30. Oh man. Alright, so if they don't have any spells, then we just won in the second round. Very nice.
Blade and mine, honed and sharp. Our opponent was worthy, but inferior.
And we were able to do that just because we had one of the powers that reduces the cost of our spells. Or not our spells, but the cards we draw. So if you also just had Spellslinger, the rare, where all your spells are reduced by 1, you could essentially do what we just did there as well, except even better. So Rush is very good. Crimson Disciple's pretty good though to give us constant removal. I think we're gonna go with this. So this is the power we already have that's making us be able to do these crazy things. The problem is the reason it's doing that is because all of our things already cost 0. Like our Master Yi already costs 0 when we draw him. So I don't think this would really benefit us too much more, since we're already getting most of the benefit. So we'll try a reroll. Okay, fuck it. I don't want to use my reroll, and I'll just... It can help us with the random cards we draw. So since we have powers that make what we draw pretty cheap, and most of our deck is cheap, I'll actually bother getting this. Yeah, we'll go towards the item chest, although Silver Wing or Swift Wing Flight can be a bit of a pain. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with most of these. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a lot of free attacks. That is unfortunate that we didn't draw Yi there. Very unfortunate. But we can play this for free.
Let me show you what I can do.
Sound the alarm!
Alright, we'll see if we can get a Master Yi with this. Yes, we can. Perfect.
The lesson begins.
Our flow effect went away. It is a little buggy sometimes. Alright, now it's back.
A calm heart, a quiet spirit.
Alright, so we'll see if we can use some of our disciples as free removal.
I'll try anyone once. I love a taste of the action. Delicious.
So we might not be able to save everyone here, but I want to see what they do. I want to make sure they're actually going to block. If I just did with these two, well, they can't block this one. And then with quick attack, they might just let him attack. I'm hoping they actually block here. Alright, perfect. Alright, so we'll do this to keep them alive. That's fast, that's not going to help. So since this isn't fleeting, it would make a twin disciples, but since it's fast, this will happen beforehand. Alright, we'll just buff up Master Yi and use this to heal. One Vladimir, there's one left in our deck. But still haven't drawn him. Okay. Alright, so there's really no point in buffing him even more, even if we had more mana, because all the damage is going to kill this unit. It's not actually going to go and hit their Nexus at all.
Each strike spells a new legacy!
Yeah, we'll hold off on playing anything else.
Alpha strike! Blade and body!
Alright, we just want to get rid of another unit they can use to attack. They might just play it again, but...
Oh, I can't wait.
Alright, perfect. So we're going to save our mana and these for this attack here.
Come here,
So we're going to
darling.
block with these
Let's
units
see
so they
what
can
you
chip
can
down
do.
the enemy Nexus. Have we had a unit die so far in a combat engagement? I feel like we haven't. It's just combat tricks for days. Oh man.
Alpha strike. Blade
And since your units aren't dying, you can have more on the board to get buffed up from your star powers.
one cut of many. My lesson is complete.
So this isn't going to really help since they already only cost 1, but yeah, it's fine. So I don't particularly like these 2 cards, to be honest, so I'm going to go with Deep Meditation. Yeah, River Shaper's just the most useless, in my opinion, especially with its terrible stat line.
No power in this world can stop me.
So our Yi doesn't have a spell shield, which could be a problem, but we'll probably be fine. If we're putting so many copies of him in the deck, it'll be good. Alright, so we'll just get rid of that unit. Don't want them getting the extra mana.
Won't pass these walls. The lesson begins.
And now we can just play this to get our flow. Very nice.
A clear mind, a quiet spirit.
So I'm going to hold off and see. Right now they have 4 mana. 4 mana is what they can use to play a Vengeance. If I attack, they're probably just going to use a Vengeance to immediately kill my Yi. So I'm going to hold off for now.
The strength of the spirit yields a stronger blade.
Alright, they're
would
going
be
to do that
proud of
anyways,
you.
but that's fine. This way we still have the attack token, and we can just play one of our other
Just
Master
the one I
Yis.
was looking for. My helmet could use some work.
There's another great
Could never
reason
hope to mend a master's
for
work.
the Grand General's counter plan is if your unit does get taken off the board, you have that fleeting copy in hand to be able to just play it again. And now they don't have any mana, so we can just take our time. Try to be a bit more efficient with our mana.
Realigning lenses.
I'm watching you.
So I'm not sure if we'll actually get quite enough mana to kill him on this turn. But he will level up, Master Yi, and will definitely do a lot of damage. Alright, so we pulled a Vladimir. So good chunk of the damage of their Nexus.
Blade and mine, honed and sharp.
Next attack, we should be able to win, or even with Crimson Disciples, we'll see.
Blade and body, alpha strike.
Okay,
My
so they are are now out of mana, so we can just
I don't do meditation.
play our
You
units
are
and try to
fledgling
kill them.
child flailing his arms.
So sadly, that doesn't count as drawing it. We'll play some of these.
Oh, I can't wait.
So sadly, we can't buff them up since they're not actually doing an action on their turn, they're just passing.
I'll try anyone once.
Alright, so we can just open attack next turn. They can't vengeance all of us.
Blade and body. Alpha strike.
And his Alpha Strike will just kill that unit, so it's fine.
Blade and body. Alpha strike.
Yep, so no vengeance, but we still have more than enough damage. See, this is why counterplan is so important. Before you have it, you can actually burn through all of your spells, and then the next round be kind of screwed over. So always having at least those spells you can play as you're generating them is very helpful. Yeah, so far we haven't really struggled at all. The extra cost would be kind of hilarious, but it's really not needed. Spell Shield would be more important. So this can be decent as another spell for us to play. That being said, since it is fleeting, it's not going to generate the Twin Disciples. I think I'd rather have Fixer Upper, especially since we're having Yi on the board first round, and he's going to be generating from the counterplan spells already. So this can be really good for Yi. We don't really need it with our build though, so we're going to go with Fixer Upper. Alright, we'll go for the item chest. So we're holding on to Vladimir so that we're most likely going to draw another Yi. There it is.
To restore this legacy is my greatest honor. I'm watching you!
So they're probably going to block someone, and we'll use Rush to kill them, most likely. Alright, well, we don't actually need to use Quick Attack since it has it, but... We'll see if we can level up Yi here. Alright, so we drew our Vladimir. So we weren't quite able to level him up, almost.
A clear mind, a calm heart.
Oh,
So we'll use our Disciple to try to get some
calm
removal.
mind and open heart greet the night. Let me show you what I can do.
Okay, block. Battlefield
Stars
prowess
like jewels on the cloak of night.
to try to draw some more cards, see what we can get.
When others threaten, we must take action.
So we're using this just to get our flow, just in case they don't attack.
One sling, a bunch of targets.
Yep, there's one attack.
A clear mind, a calm heart.
go with Twin Disciples, see if we can get
I'll try anyone.
a bit more removal.
Shining softly.
They targeted the two people with Spell Shield.
Hey, you there!
Interesting.
Lighten up!
So we're not going to use Quick Attack here because we want the extra damage on the Nexus. So we're going to use, just give him some bit more health. So he doesn't need the Quick Attack, but this is going to increase his damage a little bit more on the Nexus. Yeah, if you can get Focusing Crystal on Master Yi, that's where you get 1/1 for every spell you play. It is very strong. Alright, so we have enough damage.
Oh, man.
Hope lives in the edge of my blade! My lesson is complete.
So being able to have a bit more draw, and then if we draw this, it's only going to cost like 3. So I feel like having that rally will actually be important enough. That would just that would just give us too many, and we'd overwhelm our hand too fast. Crystal Carrier's fine. Gains a bit more mana. Fine, we'll try it. The rallies can be good, so. Ooh, perfect. You always want to get any items on your Twin Disciples that you can. This is going to be actually amazing. Yep, looks good. Alright, time for my favorite activity. Killing God Speakers. So this is decent for a starting hand. Giving those extra removal will be very nice. Another big draw, very good.
To restore this legacy is my greatest honor.
We even start with the attack token. Nice. So since this is slow, we'll start off with that.
I'm actually here.
Watch my post!
Yeah, we'll go with this and see.
Who will stand with us?
Sure.
Hey, you there!
Although I guess the Yi is a little too weak to really attack again, because he'll be able to get blocked by this unit here. Ah, whatever, it's fine.
I won't back down.
We got our flow
Be
off.
strong! These are dark times.
A calm heart, a clear mind.
Let me show you what I can do.
Well, that's sad. I was hoping they would block with someone else.
In the name of the fallen!
Well, that's fine. And we have both of our Vladimirs, so we're just gonna draw Yis. So I didn't want to use this to heal him since it wouldn't be enough, and it costs 2 mana, which is kind of a lot. Alright, perfect. We're just going to try to keep generating our twin disciples, since they're better for healing and also give us items. Sure, let's do one more. The poor AI just can't handle all the combat tricks.
Each strike spells a new legacy!
So there's their Dawn Speakers down, and we have a nice board for just being able to attack. And we have a lot of mana gems apparently, crystal barriers.
Blade and body, Alpha Strike! I'm watching you!
We just need enough damage to win. They don't have any combat tricks, I don't believe. Very nice.
Our opponent was worthy, but inferior.
Time to go show Galio a thing or two. Alright, so we're going to cut Gruesome Theater. Pretty much all of Galio's units are going to have over 3 health, so it's not really going to help us much, and then our other cards are just better. How many? So we have 5 Yi in our hand. Nice. Alright, so we have Senna.
Make an impact!
So one bad thing with Senna is that her one spell will kill a unit. So it doesn't matter how much you buff them up, it's still going to kill them. I'll hold on to 1 just so we can have a cheap trigger for getting our flow off.
That fated day is never far from my thoughts.
Keep your distance.
So I want to see if the Crimson Disciple can kill Senna.
Moving in.
So I'm giving her a quick attack since I'm not going to be able to get her enough damage to kill Senna and survive without quick attack.
Well, I did say I wanted to see the world. Don't you look a sight? Oh, dark.
Alright, so very nice. We got our flow off. We cleared their board.
Heart, a quiet spirit.
Are they going to play a Senna again? So since they're just going to end the round, I'm just going to use these two to buff up a card. And with the barrier, I don't want to use my free attack. I'm going to save the elusive for later.
A calm heart, a quiet spirit. Hey, you there!
Alright, we're going to see they're hopefully going to block someone. And then we'll buff up all of our units they're not blocking. Alright, so yeah, we figured there was going to be Yi. So we're going to buff up this unit here, the Crimson Disciple, just since they have the Spell Shield, they're the most likely to survive. So I want to play this one here because it's not going to make the Twin Disciples. I'm trying to get a bit more room in our hand. Alright, so this should be enough to win. We'll see if they have anything they can throw out at us, but I think we should be good. Alright. There was Master Yi taking on Galio.
Our opponent was worthy, but inferior.
And yeah, we barely ever took any Nexus damage. I don't know if we lost a single unit during combat, because we're always able to buff them up. So I hope that shows you what it's like to play Master Yi. Tons of combat tricks. You're always able to do something to win a combat encounter most of the time. So a lot of fun, very different play style. It's not just like a Lee Sin clone. It does feel quite different. So hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a great day. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching that video all the way to the end. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. We're putting out multiple videos every single day for Path of Champions content. So if that interests you, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and welcome to the channel. Have a great day.